Carnivore Muscles Ultimate Bison Liver Crisps Bukkake. Was it mukbang? I don't know. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be reviewing these apparently delicious bison liver crisps by Nose to Tail Provisions. They're slightly invisible, but they're very real, I promise you that. So I just received these through the post, I think yesterday morning, and I thought, well, I'm not the biggest fan of liver sometimes, so I'll try them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try them with an honest mindset, if that makes sense. So I'm actually going to try these after, I believe, a 19-hour dry fast. So I should have an honest assessment if they are tasty or not. Now, skip forward a few minutes if you're impatient, like me. You want to find out how they taste, how they smell, stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm just going to go to the back of the pack, read the nutritional information, give you guys some more information about it all. So they are grass-fed bison liver crisps. It said that they are more healthy in terms of omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, which is good. A high nutrient density across a multitude of categories, also good. Imagine probably all vitamins and minerals, brilliant. Less fat and thus less stored oxidized toxins upon slaughter. Now that's quite a thoughtful one. With a lot of these foods, when they get slaughtered, they can often take on a lot of toxins from the environment around them. So in a lot of instances, you're buying something which is less fresh, therefore potentially more toxic, or at least more rich in stuff that you don't really want in your body. Now this is quite a good idea because when you actually take in body fat, that's the same body fat that kind of goes in to your cells and, you know, coats the cell membranes and all that sort of stuff. So it's what makes your fat in your body. So every gram of omega-3, omega-6, omega-9, whatever you take in, that will be kind of how your body begins to take on in terms of composition. So the idea is at least to have a good omega-3 to omega-6 ratio in your fat. And there is actually a blood test you can use to measure that. That's in your blood. And I found that quite interesting because my level was something like 1:1, which I was very pleased with. At the time I was using omega-3 supplements, so no wonder why. Anyway, we'll continue through this. It says here, bison cannot be raised in confined space. They need open ranges where they can truly be wild. Animals, however, cattle, have been selectively bred for docility, feed, economy, and convenience, stripping them of their innate animal behavior. The life of a bison is that of a free animal, making its meat that of the highest quality. To go to the nutritional facts, so I believe this pack is 43 grams, which is one serving. And it says here you can have them for up to 3 days. So once you open it, you eat them within 3 days, basically. They do come with a little silica gel, I imagine, packet here. Do not eat these. Some people do. Do not eat them. That will probably kill you. But yeah, I'm going to get to the nutritions now. So 43 grams per serving. The amount of protein is 22 grams of protein. Carbs is 4 grams of carbohydrates. Quite a bit, but imagine because it's dried, it's probably got some glycogen in the muscle meat. The fat is 4 grams of fat. Cholesterol, excellent, 295 milligrams. Sodium, 500 milligrams. And the rest of it, vitamin D is 1.3 micrograms. Calcium is 10 milligrams. Iron is 5.3 milligrams. Potassium is 340 milligrams. Vitamin A is 5,470 micrograms. Vitamin C is 1 milligram. So yes, beef does contain vitamin C. And vitamin E is 0.4 milligrams. The ingredients here are 100% grass-fed and grass-finished bison liver and a pinch of sea salt. And I believe they've used quite a prestigious salt to make these. So it's called Made with Jacobson Salt Company. Given no antibiotics, no steroids, no hormones, no GMOs, and it's never near a pesticide overspray. So it's a clean product apparently, so that's good. I know for a lot of people in the US that's quite a big issue because you have a lot of hormones and stuff put in your food. Over here we don't have that issue, so I'll open them now. This is a fresh pack, as you can tell. Literally got these in the post yesterday. Aroma. It just smells like liver would smell. So it's got a kind of metallic iron kind of smell maybe. Quite earthy, but also quite bloody, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to describe it. You know the smell of like dried blood if you've ever had someone in your family or friend that's been wounded somehow. Quite similar in that kind of regard. Now I'm going to go in and taste one. Be careful. Quite sharp. So this is how they look. I'll get another one out which hasn't got a shot wound in it actually. I think they all do. But yeah, that's what it looks like. So imagine it's been pressed and clamped, hence the shapes on it. So that's pretty normal, I imagine. Quite thin texture, not very pliable. It is a crisp, so I'm expecting that. So that's a good sign. You know, I hate these like soggy crisps that just melt in your mouth as we eat them. Rubbish. I'll try them now. Not quite as strong as liver would taste, I imagine, because it's dried food. It's probably got a lot of the remnants taken out of it that maybe are less appealing for my taste buds. Quite salty. Not sure yet until I have more, but again, salt is going to taste salty to me. Not had salt in 19 hours at this point. Not too bad at all. It's got a slight sweet taste now. It's going for a mouth sort of thing. Won't be able to eat much of these just because I don't want to upset my stomach, but I'll try one more. So I've probably had by the time I've had this, 2 crisps out the pack. We'll see how it goes anyway. You guys will like that one. If you thought that was ridiculous of a joke, put it in the comments and let me know. These aren't too bad at all. I could see myself having a couple, maybe 3 of these a day. Just quite salty, quite crispy, like you could imagine, quite dry. So it gives you your unique kind of palate texture profile, which is often missing in a carnivore diet. A lot of what we eat, guys, is quite soft, quite mushy, if that makes sense. At least like meat. You know, unless it's maybe a badly cooked steak, maybe then, yeah, it's going to be a bit more chew. But these are unique. If I was to say what they're quite similar to in terms of taste for someone that's an absolute noob when it comes to like the taste of carnivore liver foods, or offal, whatever, I'd say they taste a little bit like a mixture between Twiglets, you know, the old crisps that you get, the ones that are shaped like twigs, and Marmite, something like that. So they're quite a similar taste anyway, but that's effectively how they taste. So they're not horrible. They don't make me feel sick. I don't feel put off by them. But like I said, these are very nutrient dense, and people aren't going to be having a whole pack of these a day. Yeah, not too bad at all. Yeah, if I was in a pinch, I'd probably get some of these. I think with me, just where my appetite is right now, I probably wouldn't be buying these often, if that makes sense. I can't remember the retail price. I think it was $10 to $12 per pack. But you can see if you're having this, you're out hiking, you know, demanding a lot of nutrition, you're busy, whatever it is. It's a good way to get it in, I think. Of course, not a substitute for, you know, the muscle meat of animals. I think that's the mainstay in everyone's diet. I think these are just a useful addition. It's a bit like, you know, people have biltong or jerky because they're out on the road. Might pickle some eggs, might have a chunk of cheese. Same kind of principle. These are just a bit more nutritious. Probably cleaner as well because they're from a ruminant animal. Yeah, I'd get these again, definitely. Probably have to share them because the packs feels quite big. So I've just had 3 crisps or something, and it feels like I've had quite a substantial amount. So it kind of tells me I've hit that nutrient density, that receptor wall, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to leave that to you guys to have a look. I'll put their link to their website below in the description. I believe it is nosetatailprovisions.com. So look out for these. Go through there, find out more information for yourselves. Seems like a legit product, so I'm happy with that. Cheers. Take care, guys.